If you've ever felt trapped in a chair, waiting for someone to help you stand, or worse, if you've hit the floor and couldn't get back up on your own, listen closely. Your glutes are the reason. Not your knees, not your back, your glutes. And here's what nobody tells you. Weak glutes don't just make standing hard, they steal your independence one struggle at a time. Can't get up? Glutes fix it. And I'm going to prove that to you today. In the next 15 minutes, you're going to learn 3 specific glute exercises designed to rebuild the exact strength you need to stand from any chair and lift yourself off the floor without help. Just like Barbara, 71, who couldn't get off her grandkids' low couch without 2 people pulling her up until she strengthened the right muscles. I'll show you her story, the science behind why this works, and exactly how to do this safely starting today.
There we go.
Let's begin. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 67, lives alone in a lovely townhouse in Ohio, and 3 months ago she had what she calls her breaking point. She dropped her reading glasses behind the coffee table, got down on her knees to reach them, and then couldn't get back up. She tried 4 times. Her arms shook. Her legs wouldn't push. She finally crawled to the couch, used it to pull herself halfway up, and even then, it took her almost 10 minutes of struggling before she was standing again. She told me she sat on that couch afterward and cried. Not from pain, from fear. Fear that next time, she might be somewhere without furniture to grab. Fear that she was losing herself. If you've ever struggled to rise from a low chair, you know that feeling. That moment when your body just won't respond the way your mind tells it to. Maybe you've started avoiding certain furniture. Maybe you scope out every restaurant to see if the chairs have arms. Maybe you've stopped sitting on the floor entirely, even when playing with grandchildren, because you know getting up will be a scene. And the worst part? People notice. They rush to help. They offer a hand. And every single time, you feel a little more dependent, a little less like yourself. This isn't about aging. This is about one specific muscle group that's been weakening silently for years. Your glutes. The 3 muscles that make up your buttocks are responsible for one critical movement, hip extension. That's the motion of straightening your hip, of pushing your body upward against gravity. Every time you stand from sitting, your glutes fire to lift your torso. Every time you climb stairs, get out of a car, or rise from the floor, your glutes do the heavy lifting. When they're weak, everything else has to compensate. Your knees strain, your back overworks, your arms have to pull and brace, and eventually, you just can't do it anymore. The embarrassment is real. One woman told me she stopped going to her book club because they sat in low armchairs and she needed help getting up every single time. Another said she declined a beach trip with friends because she knew she wouldn't be able to get up from a beach towel. This isn't vanity. This is your life shrinking. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly why most people never fix this, even when they try. Here's what happens. You might think the solution is to build leg strength, so you try walking more. Or you think it's a balance issue, so you hold onto counters and move carefully. But walking doesn't rebuild glute strength, and being careful doesn't address the root cause. Your glutes have 3 parts. The gluteus maximus, the largest and most powerful, the gluteus medius, which stabilizes your hip, and the gluteus minimus, which supports the other 2. When you sit for hours every day, year after year, these muscles essentially fall asleep. They stop firing correctly. And once that happens, your body forgets how to recruit them when you need power. Most people get 2 things dangerously wrong. First, they think standing up is about leg strength, so they focus on their thighs and calves. But your quadriceps can't generate the upward thrust you need without strong glutes behind them. It's like trying to launch a rocket without a launch pad. Second, they believe this is just part of getting older and nothing can change it. I've heard this so many times. I'm just old now. That's not true. Muscle responds to targeted exercise at any age. Research shows that even women in their 80s can rebuild significant glute strength with the right movements. You haven't lost this ability, you've just stopped using it. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. The ability to get up from the floor is one of the strongest predictors of longevity and independence in older adults. There's actually a test called the sitting rising test. where researchers ask people to sit on the floor and stand back up using as little support as possible. The people who can do it with minimal hand support live longer and maintain independence longer than those who can't. Why? Because it measures total body strength, balance, and flexibility in one movement. And at the center of that movement? Your glutes. So here's what actually works. 3 exercises that specifically target the glute strength you need for standing. These aren't complicated, they don't require a gym, and they're designed for your body exactly as it is right now. Exercise 1, the glute bridge. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Your arms rest by your sides. Now press through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling, squeezing your glutes at the top. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly. This movement teaches your glutes to fire powerfully in the exact pattern you need for standing. It isolates them so your body remembers how to activate them. Start with 8 repetitions. If that feels manageable, work up to 2 sets of 12. The key is the squeeze at the top. That contraction is everything. Exercise 2, the sit to stand. Use a sturdy chair, and here's the secret. Start with a higher seat if you need to. You can add cushions to raise the height. Sit with your feet flat and hip width apart. Lean forward slightly so your nose is over your toes. Now stand up, focusing on pushing through your heels and squeezing your glutes as you rise. Don't use your hands unless you absolutely have to. Then sit back down with control. This is the functional movement you're training for. Every repetition is practice for real life. Do this 8 to 10 times, once or twice a day. As you get stronger, remove cushions to lower the seat height. You're literally training your body to handle lower chairs. Exercise 3, the step up. Find a low step, like a stair step or a sturdy stool. 4 to 6 inches high is perfect to start. Step up with your right foot, press through that heel, and bring your left foot up to meet it. Squeeze your glutes as you lift. Step back down with control. Do 6 to 8 repetitions on each leg. This builds single-leg glute strength, which is critical because standing up often requires one leg to do more work than the other. It also improves your balance and confidence. Quick note, if you want all of this laid out for you step by step, I put together a complete guide called the Stand Strong Independence System. Everything you need in one place. Check the pinned comment below and grab it. Now let me tell you about Carol. She's 73, and she came to me 6 months ago because she couldn't get off the floor anymore. She'd given up even trying. She did these 3 exercises, just these 3 4 times a week for 8 weeks. At first, the glute bridges were hard. She could only do 5 before her muscles fatigued. The sit to stands required 2 cushions on her chair, but she stayed consistent. By week 4, she was doing bridges without rest. By week 6, she was standing from her regular chair height. And at week 8, she got down on the floor with her granddaughter, played with dolls for 20 minutes, and stood back up without holding on to anything. She sent me a video. She was beaming. That's what's possible when you target the right muscles the right way. Here's why this works when other things haven't. These exercises create what's called neuromuscular re-education. Your brain has to relearn how to activate your glutes. Every repetition sends signals that rebuild that connection. The more you practice, the stronger the signal becomes. It's not just about muscle size, it's about muscle activation. You're waking up sleeping muscles and teaching them to work together again. And because these movements mimic exactly what you need to do in daily life, the strength transfers immediately. You're not building strength in a vacuum, you're building the precise strength for the precise task. Let's talk about how to apply this starting today. Step 1, commit to 4 days a week, not 7. Not whenever you feel like it. 4 specific days. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, for example. Write it down. Consistency is more important than intensity. Your muscles need regular stimulation to adapt. If you're worried you'll forget, set a phone reminder or tie it to something you already do, like right after breakfast. Step 2, start where you are, not where you think you should be. If you need to hold onto a counter during sit to stands, do it. If you can only do 3 glute bridges before you need to rest, that's your starting point. Progress happens when you meet yourself with honesty and build from there. The fear here is often that starting small means you're too far gone. That's backwards. Starting small means you're being smart. Step 3. Track your progress. Write down how many repetitions you did and how it felt. In 2 weeks, look back. You'll see improvement that you won't notice day to day. This gives you proof that your body is changing. It fights the discouragement that makes people quit. Step 4. Add challenge gradually. When an exercise feels easy for all your repetitions, make it slightly harder. Lower your chair height by an inch. Add 2 more reps. Hold the glute bridge for 3 seconds instead of 2. Small progressions create big results over time. Step 5. Practice the real thing. Once a day, practice standing from your actual chair or couch the way you want to be able to do it. Even if you still need a hand on the armrest, practice the movement. Your body learns by doing. Linda, 69, told me that just adding this daily practice made her realize how much stronger she'd gotten from the exercises. Within 3 weeks, she was standing from her couch without thinking about it. She said it felt like getting a piece of herself back. I want you to imagine 2 versions of the next 6 months. In the first version, nothing changes. You keep struggling. You keep avoiding low chairs and the floor. You keep needing help. The fear gets bigger. The world gets smaller. You stop going places because you're not sure you'll be able to manage. You feel your independence slipping further away, and there's this constant low-level anxiety about what happens if you fall when no one's around. Now imagine the second version. You start these 3 exercises today. In 2 weeks, standing from your kitchen chair feels easier. In a month, you stand from the couch without bracing yourself. In 6 weeks, you get down on the floor to look for something you dropped, and you get back up without fear. In 3 months, you're sitting on the floor playing with your grandkids, going to restaurants without scanning for chair height, saying yes to activities you've been avoiding. You feel strong, you feel capable, you feel like yourself again. The difference between these 2 futures is a decision you make right now. Everything I just shared, the exact exercises, how to progress them, how to troubleshoot when something feels hard, how to stay consistent, it's all waiting for you right now in the pinned comment below. Click it. Get the complete guide. Because your independence isn't something you should have to beg your body for, and you don't have to live in fear of furniture. Don't wait. You deserve to move through your life with confidence and strength. You deserve to trust your body again, and that starts today.